Hello, beautiful souls. How are you? Now, of course, I'm going to have to get calls during this as soon as I hit that live button. Oh, my goodness. How are you? How are you? I'm hoping everybody's well today. I'm a bit tired. I don't know. Has anybody had any weird effects off of this solar eclipse yet? No? Well, you're doing better than I am then. Shit. So what do we want to talk about today? Plus, I got my yes and no... Oh, do I have my yes and no tarot? See, I told you. Weird effects. So I thought maybe we'd take on a few idealisms. Like, maybe humans, free will, where free will came from, the idea of God. Anybody want to tackle that stuff?
Hey, Grandma!
Hey, who are you? How'd you get there?
Hello, Auntie! How are you, Auntie? Where are you from?
I'm from the USA. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Philippines. I like your necklace.
Thank you.
Mahilig kasi ako sa necklace, boy.
Do what?
I'm just talking to my viewers.
Oh, yeah, I'm not here for a match, honey. Sorry, I don't know how that popped up, but
Oh, okay.
I'm actually doing tarot, so thank you for stopping in. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. So, nagtatry lang pala siya. Hindi siya ma...
Okay, I don't know how that happened, but that was kind of cool. Kind of a surprise there. Hang on. I forgot with all the craziness, I had a few readings last night. And I almost read myself. Hi, Tinkerbell. I like that name. And Crystal and Helen and Thomas. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing free yes and no tarot, so if you have any questions, spit them out. Forgive me, I'm a little tired this morning. A tarot card reading? Nah, I try not to do tarot cards. I try not to work in that vibration. I try to empower people, not scare them. Will Narada and Helen be in a relationship? Says yes. Grand Rising, Helen. And yeah, I do tarot card readings. But, you know. Yeah. Well, the Knight of Cups is the second slowest. The one that really drives me crazy is the Knight of Pentacles, because it's almost like a standstill. You almost want to poke him in the butt and say, come on, mister. Come on, get going. He's almost like non-action, but solid once he gets his shit moving. Will Adrian reach out and rekindle your relationship? Says yes with justice. So, I don't know what happened there, but somebody freed themselves of some kind of a mindset or a heart set that was imbalanced. So somebody did a little growing here. Opened their heart space a little bit. So you can tell that's the heart chakra right there. Oh, thank you so much. That's in that paper, Clary. My journey. Oh, I love that. Are you an influencer, honey? Will your husband and I get a divorce? Let's look. It says yes. And somebody is wishing it. Grace, yes. It was. It was yes with justice. So somebody did some work and freed themselves from something that was binding their heart chakra. I could. But, I mean, do you have a question in your head? If you have a question in your head, the answer is yes. You wish? Well, what's the wish hit, ma'am? All you gotta do is do. You know, I didn't want to be an influencer, but my perspective seems to be a little different than most, and people like it, so hang on a minute. People can't see that. They aren't going to let me show it. Will you ever achieve solitude? Yes, with the 9. Again, you wish it. But, you know, solitude... Let me tell you something about our wants, okay? When we want something, it's because our subconscious knows we lack it. Alright? So if we try and manifest from that consciousness of lack, even though we disguise it as want, we're going to end up manifesting the opposite. We want to do it from gratitude, Nicole. So what I want you to do is I want you to find a place where you feel that solitude and feel that peace and feel what you want to manifest and be grateful for it. Like it's yours all the time. And then see what happens, okay? You want to know about your health? Yes, ma'am. Annette, did I conceive? No. Not yet, honey. Am I 55? Oh, yeah. And I'm looking every bit of it lately. Life can be a challenge. Will you and Earl have a stronger, consistent connection the next few weeks? Yes, with a victory. Guess perfectly? Okay. Will you get a better job this year? No. So, it depends on what you think better is. Okay, having more money isn't always the idea better. Sometimes being balanced and happy is better than more money. But, I mean, depending on your circumstances. But keep in mind what I just said about wanting. You gotta manifest from gratitude. Is M talking to another female? Yes. Naya. Is James love one for me? No. But Naya, when you ask something like, is so-and-so talking to another female, there's a lot of females out there. If he walks by and say hi, he's talking to another female. Good morning, Trish. Will you see Bobby again? Yes. Yes. So you guys got to remember, I'm good. I'm tired. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of unhealed stuff. You know how that is. Will Jim talk to you again? Yes. Yes, because he wants to bring some kind of stability. So you guys be careful how you ask the questions, okay? Because if he walks by and says hi to somebody and it's a female, he's talking to a female. So be specific, okay? Oh, thank you guys for the gifts. You're awesome. Here's a ginger beer, okay? Non-alcoholic. It's good for your stomach. So, you guys, really be careful what you're... Oh, Jenny Blue Eyes. There's always messages from ones we pissed off. Or, the ones we pissed off. Why did that come out of my mouth? Did you and your mom have some issues? Judy Blue Eyes? I mean... Because I can tell you, when people pass over, they have a whole different view of things than we do now. Oh, that's good. That's good. They have a whole different view of things than we do now. And they're at such a high vibration that our pain, it's really hard for them to be around it. 'Cause, I mean, if you want to, like, feel your passed on loved ones around you a little bit more, remember the good times, remember the happy times, remember the kind of things that's not going to hit them like a Mack truck. Well, a lot different than they did here, honey. I can tell you that. They have a much wider view. So if you're sad, Judy, and of course we get sad when we lose somebody we love and that's important to us, but we don't really lose them, even though it feels like, because their physical isn't here anymore. They are so much a part of us, in our memories, in our hearts, in our minds, and everything is energy. It's just, right now she's not as dense as she used to be. She's a little more open. And we're still kind of caught in this denseness. So, I know you miss her. I know you do. They're a little more open than they were. We're more constricted here, alright? So, keep in mind that they're kind of free of that heaviness. And our heaviness will kind of, even though we know they're there and we can kind of feel them, it'll still keep them on the outside. No. No. I don't think they feel regret. What they'll do, though, is they'll process it in a different way. Okay? So if they've been here and they've done a lot of bad things to people, and they go there, they're still going to have to work that shit off. If they didn't balance that energy that they created when they're here, they're going to have to do it there. And that's just the truth. So that means, oh, absolutely, they can hear us. Yes. And eventually you'll be able to hear them too. Or feel it to your bones. We all have different gifts, I guess you could call it. We all have different ways of perceiving the unseen. Hi, Ruthie. Will Miguel text you again? It says maybe. And with the Hierophant there. So, with the Hierophant there, that's about tradition. That's also about group activities. So he may be busy. So I think they get a little bit, if they have things to regret here, I think they get a little bit busy doing other things to balance that energy. So I don't think it's the same as regret. I think it's like they have a duty and they know it. They have a duty to bring that balance. So they'll have a job to do. But my opinion is that when you cross over, this is what happens. Your life kind of, you go through it in the memories of it as yourself, and you remember. But then you have to go through it as everybody you've ever dealt with. Everybody that you've done right, everybody you've done wrong, and you'll have to feel their emotions. And in that kind of way, there comes a balance, because a lot of people do a lot of hurtful stuff and they don't even realize it. So how much of a what about people that have done them wrong? Well, if they're still here, I can't even approve comments. I don't know what's going on with this. You became one with all that is, right? You have a different perspective of everything. It's not letting me approve these. I don't get it. It's not letting me approve their comments, guys. So, people who have done them wrong, they have a different view of that too. Because what they're going to do is they're going to look and they're actually going to see your pain and what caused it to happen. Yes. So, it's not like that it's going to hurt them now. But they'll be more interested in you balancing and recovering. So, because the truth of nature is balance. I mean, that's naturally what we are, is balance. And everybody, like, this is, I talk about the truth of emotions a lot. Because here's the thing. We look at pain and anger as a bad thing. We do. We don't like it. I mean, pain sucks. Nobody's going to deny that. Aw. Okay, Hakeem. Be careful driving. Pain sucks. I mean, it's not my favorite emotion. I'm sure it's nobody else's. But emotions, we take so personally. But emotions are supposed to be, you know, a guide sign. Not something that's supposed to be 100% permanent unless it is balance. Now, pain and anger are two things that people do not understand, okay? Like, should you attend Friday or not? Yes. Anger is something that people hate, but yet they love desire. And did you know that desire in the vibration, in the consciousness vibration, is actually lower than anger? No, your husband isn't cheating, honey. With that Ten of Swords, that's kind of like feeling betrayed. So I don't know, but that's going on right now. Somebody's feeling betrayed. And sometimes we, like, get things in our head, and we can manifest that shit to happen if we're not careful. But anger is actually a higher vibration than desire. And here's the thing about anger. We wouldn't have it if we didn't care. So we wouldn't express anger at something or someone that we didn't care about. So that being said, isn't anger just another expression of love? Yes, balance, exactly. We love and live. Yes, exactly. So, you know, my idea on pain and anger is, you know, pain will come from two things. I believe there's two kinds of pain and anger. One is a toxic ego anger, where somebody didn't win because they put themselves in a contest. And then there's a divine anger, a divine type pain, where there's a desire for everyone to win. And it's not happening because somewhere along the line there's some toxic ego that's not allowing it to happen, because somebody's not dealing with their shadow side. Now, when you have a healthy anger, or what I call a divine or righteous anger, it has to do with somebody's innocence or their divine intelligence being disrespected. Well, whether it's necessary or not, as long as we're in the physical, it just is. Okay? There's no way we can get around it, because as long as we're in this body, we have a sense of self. And that's what ego is. Alright? You can choose it to either be a divine ego, which, like I said, is everybody wins. And sometimes you got to bring that boom. You got to clear that energy, that negativity that everybody hates to face. And even though we're human, you know, we're going to feel it. It's a part of life. As long as we have the little fuckers running around trying to control everything and wanting to win and wanting to do this and one up everything. There's going to be anger. Until we all get balanced, which that's what nature is balance. The truth in nature. Go ahead, we love and live. Tell me about desire. D, a prefix from Latin, decide, used to indicate privation, removal, and separation. Yes. Yes, yes. A respectful term to a male sovereign, a father or forefather. True. So it's demasculinating. Huh. Which we do have that problem here. Which we do have the demasculinating. Well, I don't see God as a father, honestly. I mean, to see God as a man is kind of egotistical. I see God as a perfect balanced energy. Both masculine and feminine. It's balance. It's truth. But one of the reasons why toxic masculinity is out there is because we have so demasculinated society to the point where, and this is both sides. I mean, women do it, men do it to themselves, because men actually do it to themselves by going out and doing some of the things they do to women. Well, Yizzy, I can tell you that nobody's going to get out of justice and karma. Eventually, it'll all be served. Okay? You can't get around it. That's a law of the universe. Right now, no. So if you're expecting it to come right now for whatever the situation is, what I want you to do is not think about it. Alright, just know it's going to happen, because that's a law. That is the actual law of energy. What comes around goes around. If you put it out there in this bandwidth, let's say, you know, we have this bandwidth, whatever you put out is going to come up and hit the top of it and come back down. Alright? Now, there's times when this bandwidth is going to be a little stretched, because the energy of everything, it's fluid. So sometimes it's going to take longer for that karma to come back, depending on what's going on. And sometimes you're going to notice karma coming back right away. Now, we just had a stretch of, like, more instant karma, because as the universe and everything turns, the different bandwidths of the different vibrations are going to fluctuate. Kind of like a rubber band. So sometimes we have a broad wave, and sometimes we have a smaller wave. So even with the good stuff, there's sometimes your good stuff is going to take a long time to come back, because the vibration it's working on is in a wider bandwidth. But then sometimes it's going to come back, because depending on where the stars and the moon and all that is, it's going to have a shorter bandwidth. So, but know that karma, it always will happen eventually, okay? So be careful what you put out. And remember, balance is a key. Everybody is hating on anger, is hating on pain. But just remember that pain comes from somebody showing up and being brave enough to love in some kind of way. Even if it's toxic love, they still consider it a love. So they showed up and they were brave enough to take that chance. Bravo. Bravo for making yourself vulnerable. Trish? Sure. Well, alright, let me do D first. Says yes with the temperance angel. Okay? And that means it's going to take some time and it's not going to be easy because this is like tempering steel. Alright, Trish. Yes. No. Not necessarily slower. But the severity of it will make what comes back. I mean, let me get back to that one easy. I got the Ace of Wands here, Trisha. Okay, so this is about new ideas, new opportunities, maybe in work, maybe in spirituality, maybe in something, you know, something you're passionate about. So when I see this, I'm thinking you have a new idea or you have a thought that you're wondering if you should move on. And this is an absolute yes for that. If you're thinking, should I do this or should I do that? Yeah, you should absolutely do it. Okay, so you'll know what that's about. You're very passionate and very creative, let's say. I think you might have a creative interest that you're thinking about whether or not it would work. Yes, it is. Well, you see new friendship in the futures. Yes, with the Three Pentacles, which is all about building with other people. But not just with other people, but do you see the third pentacle up there? That's about co-creating with the universe. Once you start co-creating with the universe first, anybody that you pull in is going to be doing the same. It is. Well, Chris, reach out next month. All right, you too, Trisha. Thank you for joining us. Yes, but with the Page of Wands, okay? It's a very immature energy, though. So when I think about this, I think about a little teenage boy, you know? So be patient because he may have a few immature, like, thoughts there, you know? You have a great day too, Trish. Go get him, Tiger. That was a great card. Yeah, so you may have to, like, he may be a little scared, honey. You may intimidate him a little bit. Usually that's when I see that, it's kind of like, I see that little boy that's really interested in somebody, but instead of coming up and saying hi, they pull your piggy tail, you know? Yeah. They're not quite sure what to do with it. Does Ashlyn love you? Yes. JR. That's an unusual name, and it's funny because that's my niece's name. Ashlyn. So you might have a little bit of that in him. So you might, you know, if you want to, you might want to, like, help him to relax a little bit, show him you're not going to bite. Or pull his piggy tail. Says John, your soulmate. Yes, with strength. Aw, that's beautiful. Aileen. That's beautiful. I do not have a single Irish anything in me, so it is pronounced Ashley. Yeah. Yep. Well, still a beautiful name. Thank you. Hey, I look good that way. Hey, that didn't last long enough. I want to see that. I want to see how I look at a dude. That's where the popular name comes from. Marianne, have you met your soulmate? Oh, yes, with the Two of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. I just love you guys. You're awesome. You are. But we're all awesome if we choose it. We can choose to live from the awesome, or we can choose to live from the control fear mechanism. Is who you're interested going to be able to commit sometime soon? It says maybe with the Fool here. Alright, Yizzy. When I see a maybe, I gotta talk to you for a minute. Should you keep trying with Jordan? No. He's brought too much pain, honey. When I see a maybe here, that's a tip off to me that you have some kind of intuition inside of you. And you aren't trusting it. And the Fool is all about faith. Not only in yourself, but that there's a bigger picture that's bending over backwards for your balance. And it's also reminding you that it's a part of you. And you're just here for validation. You already know the answer to your question before you get here. Past or present, have you met your soulmate? Here it is again, maybe. But you wonder about that because apparently you feel like you made a lot of maybe bad decisions. So you're kind of afraid. But still with the maybe, you already know the answer to this, Marianne. Now, have you met your divine soulmate? Okay, there's a lot of soulmates, you guys. I talk all the time about how you word things. There's divine soulmates. There's karmic soulmates. There's what they call what I call surface people, which is like somebody that comes in and like the guy that like bumps into you and spills your coffee all over you and then you'll never see him again, but it still affects your life in some way. That's also a soulmate, believe it or not. So, have you met your divine soulmate yet? No, sweetheart, he's still coming. Or she. Thank you, Leo. But we've met a lot of soulmates. But I believe when we meet that true divine soulmate, I mean, something in us will just feel at home. It'll just feel at home. It's not going to be that, oh my God, I can't live without this person, because that's a codependency. That's one of those relationships where you're going to get in trouble. It's going to hurt. But your divine soulmate should feel like home. You should be absolutely relaxed and comfortable and, you know, excitement comes, but you make it together. Will Jackson and I get married this year? Yes, with the Emperor. That's a pretty good card. Yep. Oh, well, I try to tell people, be careful, number one, with your energy. And remember that the universe is very literal. Okay, that messenger realm is very literal. So if you ask, have I met my soulmate? You met several. But with this card that came up, Elena, whenever that come up, that's a signal to me that you have some kind of an intuition. You have the ability to see a bigger picture that you're not trusting yet. So you already know that somebody's waiting in the wings and coming, right? And it's going to be that one. Like, I already met who was supposed to be the one, but thanks to that free will shit, he decided to pull that toxic ego crap. Aw, awesome, Leo. Awesome. It's one question per question, please, JR. You can ask as many as you want. Just make it one question, please, because it's like, will my grandson move out soon? Maybe. Ruthie? Are you making it easy on him, honey? Because if you're making it easy on it, you're enabling him. You don't want to enable him. You want to make it a little uncomfortable. So, you know what I mean? And then you want him to like make his own way. And sorry about my nails, guys. I haven't gotten out my nail polish remover yet. And sometimes we tend to will your health issues get better? Yes. And what is this? Is Lauren genuine with you, Rockstar? Yes, but there's a few issues there. That's a wounded warrior, and that's why they're intimidated by love. They've been, like, kicked around a little bit. That's the wounded warrior. But they're very feeling and empathic, okay? Is John being manipulating? Yes. And that's the truth, okay? Set your boundaries with this one, okay, Mama? Okay, Donna, set your boundaries and don't let him cross that line. Not even a little toe. Rockstar, is Lauren genuine? I think I already answered that. Your health issues, yes. Will your heart heal soon from your loss? Oh. Yes, your heart will... Okay, guys. Let's talk about loss here for a minute. It's not like we're going to remanifest somebody physically that we lost. So there's always going to be a sense of missing something. But what we learn to do when we lose somebody is we learn to bring them to this moment, number one, so the pain's not as bad. But we do that by happy memories. And it helps heal. Will I be able to find a place to give? Yes. You just got to keep looking. That's about perspective. You're looking in the wrong place. So we just learn to adapt to the loss of the one part and still celebrate everything that they brought. Will you move from McAllen? Yes, Nicole. Are you in Texas? Are you in the great state of Texas? Yes. Yes, that's where my roaming cowgirl's from. You guys go check out Roaming Cowgirl. She actually does a travel channel like thing on all kinds of different places in Texas. She's been there all her life. Hi PMB, welcome. Will you move from Missouri? Why would you want to move from Missouri? I would love to go back to Missouri. But anyway, that's just me. Dindy, Dundee. Not right now. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what I love about the cards, okay? The universe to me is kind of a smartass because I'm a little bit of a smartass. This card is all about moving away. And yet, the answer is no. And that's why I'm saying not right this minute, but eventually, yeah, because that's all about moving away. I just don't feel like it's going to be as quick as you want it to be. Do your in-laws care about your well-being? Yes, Mama. Yes. Nicole. Absolutely you will be. But Miss Missouri, you're going to be stuck there for a minute. I'll trade. You want to come to Illinois? You can have this mess. Is new love coming or have you met him? That's a either or. One at a time. Is new love coming soon? Yes. Good morning. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the gifts. You're wonderful. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, honey. That must be hard. Patsy, is Michael into you? Doesn't know. I get the feeling that Michael may be into him. Because this tower energy is real. That's very destructive force. So be careful, sweetheart. Okay? This husband Joel, think of me and want to reconcile. Now, I'm going to say, though, energy works two ways. So it could be our destructive force, too. So, does husband Joel think of me and want to reconcile? No. That guy is like, right now. Now, I'm not saying I don't tell the future, guys, but as the energy sits today, that answer would be no. But you change your mind and you change the outcome, okay? So if somebody changed their mind on a certain energetic situation, the outcome changes. Thank you for the heart puff, Venus. Is Mac the love that's coming? Yes. It's coming pretty quickly, too. Knight of Wands is one of the quickest. Actually, the Knight of Swords is the quickest. This is the second quickest. Stacy, will it ever happen? Yes, it will. Does Rod want a lovely relationship with you? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. How is everybody today? Who caught the eclipse? Is anybody having some real freaky energy from it? How will your trip be? That's not a yes or no, Trisha. Or Tisha. I don't know what your trip's about, but it might be a little bit hard. Is it when you're looking forward to, or is it when you're... All right, let's talk, damn it. You're welcome, Elena. And thank you for being here, too, okay? It takes two. It takes two to do this. Oh, well, hang on, I'll tell you, Stacy. Stacy said my mom had freaky energy from the eclipse. What was that about? Susan, does Justin want to be with you? I think I already answered that, right? All right. Now let's look at your trip, ma'am. Just for instance, okay? Let's just take a second. No, ma'am? Okay. Let's just take a second. Boy, Texas is like really big lately for some reason. I mean, there was a lot of Texas stuff going on yesterday and today. Maybe I should check on my brother. Okay, there's going to be a victory in this trip. Are you doing this to change something? To get a new perspective on life? Because I think it's going to be a good thing, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as you think. Yeah, I think it isn't going to be as easy as you think. I think there's going to be just a wee bit... Well, a wedding is a change. That's for sure. Holy crap. I got them all screwed up. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Is this a wedding that's been looked forward to for a while? Because there's the Knight of Pentacles. So has it taken a while for this to happen? And was the wedding kind of like come at a bad time or something as well? As long as you focus on the good stuff, it'll go just fine, Tina. You know, there's going to be, I feel like there's going to be little trips, but little trip-ups, but don't let it get to you. Just don't let it get to you. Just know it's like part of traveling. Nothing ever goes totally smoothly. There's always going to be a little hiccup here and there. But if you don't let the little hiccup get to you too much, it'll be just fine. Oh, somebody's doing some shadow work. Somebody is doing some shadow work. They're taking a look at themselves. Good job. You feel like change is coming. Yeah, well, change is coming. Change comes every day, but we have to guide it. We literally have to guide it. And speaking of this energy, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was the heavy burden. It seemed like it was a little hard getting there. Well, don't let that, like, the money or, you know, don't let that stand in the way of the joy. Embrace the joy. Remember, money is an energy. It flows. If you have a hard time letting it go, you're going to have a hard time getting it back. Okay? So don't be focused on that. How do you change yourself? Well, Marianne, maybe this is what this is about, okay? Because somebody's trying to look at their shadow right here. And they're trying to find that light within. They feel like kind of maybe they wear their heart on their sleeve too much. And they want to kind of stand stronger so there's less pain with this King of Cups. Because the King of Cups is not like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a sweetheart, and she don't mind being a sweetheart. She's there to be a sweetheart, but this King of Cups is no fool. He knows what's in that cup, alright? He knows it's very precious. And see, the Queen of Cups doesn't worry about her cup because she's got this little asshole, like, watching over her. She does. And he's no fool. He knows what's in that cup. And if you he's kind of like the crab. He's kind of hard to, if you get in there, if you get into the heart of a King of Cups, there ain't nothing ever going to touch you. Okay? Because it takes something special to get in there. He ain't going to give that to nobody that doesn't deserve it. And he isn't going to let anybody else touch those who he loves with anything less than what they deserve. So this man is this energy is very protective. Sometimes they seem like an asshole, but they ain't playing with that cup. You know? So this is more about balance. He knows the beauty within him. He's faced his shadow, but he ain't afraid to bring it to somebody who brings him a shadow. If you bring your shadow to a King of Cups, you ain't getting in there. Ain't happening. Deal with your dirt first. Because if you bring shadow to a King of Cups, guess what he's going to give you? Yup. Should I go give Jalen another chance? Yes. Estella, is Vadim ever in love? Okay, I'm just going to say, does he love her? Says no. Uvina, is getting married a good idea? Maybe. I think getting married to the right person is a good idea, but I tell you what, y'all be careful getting married because it takes a hell of a lot less getting into it than it does getting out of it. So try and make... I've been married 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. I made some shitty choices. I did. Wow. Okay, the universe got excited on that one because it flipped out like 5 million cards. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take them all. That's just crazy. Okay. Wait. Emma, should you continue to see this guy? Says yes with temperance. Okay? Now, temperance is, it could be you, it could be him, but somebody's going through the fire and being beaten to become stronger. So that's what this relationship is all about. And if y'all do it right, you're going to end up fanning each other's flames until you're sharp as a tack. Ain't nothing going to fuck with you. He keeps switching up. He's wishy-washy. Alright, hang on. Usually people who switch up and get wishy-washy, there's a reason for that. It usually stems from some kind of trauma. So, 3 cups is usually an outside influence too. They call it a third party and automatically everybody thinks, oh, he's screwing somebody or she's screwing somebody. But that could be work, that could be family, that it's an outside influence that's taking away their attention. Alright? That's a wishy-washy. Yeah. Life has been rough for all of us, which, okay, the eclipse energy, guys. Right before that eclipse, I had so many people going freaking insane, it's not even funny. I was like on the phone all day long talking people off the ledge. Seriously, because this person went crazy and that person, will he ever talk to me again? And it's like, everything's temporary, guys. Anything in the physical is temporary. So even these emotions that you're feeling right now, pretty soon they're going to change. They will. Some will get stronger and better. Some of them won't. Was ex-Paul text? He's not okay because he wants you back. Yes, he does. He wants you. He sees you as the 10 of Pentacles. You were a mess. Literally, huh? Did Dylan's mom influence... Wait. Abby? That doesn't have to do with you. And there's certain ethics. That's kind of like spying. So you need to question, like... Make it about you, boo. Because I can't spy on other people for you. Although I'd love to. But, you know, I just can't bring myself to do that. So if you can figure out a way to make it about you, because it's obvious that Dylan is what you're interested in. So let's change that up a little bit, because at that point it's about Dylan's mom and Cheyenne. And neither one of those are you. Does Jesse want to have a stable relationship? Oh, I'm sorry, Donnie. That's a yes. He sees you as a big sweetheart. He's been seeing another woman. Oh my God, yes, with the Queen of Wands, honey. Okay, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is usually about that other woman. She's about the one that has that come hither and don't care type attitude. She's 99% of the time. Will Dana get divorced? Yes. So, just be careful on that, okay? Will my job get better? You're welcome, honey. Yes, it'll become more stable. Either that or you're here to for me to tell you that your job's going to get better so you can believe it and make it more stable. See how that works? The power's in you, honey. Well, Cheyenne, move on. Oh, gotcha. Okay. She's my daughter. That's different. Yes. Yes, she will. Okay. Here's the thing. This Page of Cups. I gotta talk about the Page of Cups, guys. Alright, when you see this is a very immature energy. Alright, you see that cup he's carrying? It's got a little fishy in it. Now, what we have to do when we see this page is we have to decide if that's just a, rotten cup of fish piss from a regular, ordinary fish, or if that's actually a one-of-a-kind, extraordinary, beautiful, never been seen before, unique fish that he's coming to present you with. So, we have to really, really look at this energy, because it's kind of immature, because this guy doesn't know. So, sometimes, this card for me is all about discerning love. Alright? Will my husband get a big raise or promotion soon? Okay, we got maybe with balance here. And here we go again. I can't just say yes or no. Alright? I'm just not one of those people. When you ask something like that, and I see the Two of Pentacles, I gotta talk to you about the flow of energy when it comes to money. Do you see how he's kind of juggling it? Alright? Money is energy. It's flow. If we have a hard time letting it go, we're going to have a hard time bringing it in. So if we have on our mind how much we're spending all the time, and it brings us, and it makes us want to pull in our pockets, and, it's going to kind of stop the flow from coming in as well. So we kind of have to loosen up on the thought of money to bring money in. Is there a career change for your husband, Dondi? Not right now. But I think I'm not as quick as you want it. And here, I argue with my cards all the time, you guys. Like I said, I'm not one of those people. The card itself is a fast-moving energy. All right? It's a messenger. It's about, it's also swords, which is about headspace. So the reason it's not coming in is somebody really wants it to happen, like, really quick. So somebody needs to relax a little bit and know that it's out there and understand, as long as you're really wanting it, that want again, want means lack. And if we're manifesting from lack, then we're going to find more lack. So what we need to do is know that there's a job out there for him. It's coming. And be grateful for it like it's already here. And let divine timing work, okay? Because the kind of energy that I'm seeing here will actually keep it from happening. Which may be why that's a no. Because this is a really fast-moving freaking carrier. But it's all about headspace, too. Air energy is very, very much about the mind. Are you going to find love this year? Yes, but it's going to be a Queen of Wands energy. Alright? So, if we're out there looking for love, guys, then we're not okay with just being ourselves. In other words, we feel like something's missing in us. And I guarantee you that Spirit made you fully packed. So if you really want to find the real love, you got to be the real love. And when you be the real love, you don't look for it because you don't lack it. You don't feel like you lack it. And that's when it shows up for you. I mean, the real thing. The forever thing. The when you don't need it and you quit looking for it because you're happy just being you. And you don't feel like you lack anything. And you're not really interested in, anything but what's going to work. And you start trusting yourself and loving yourself. That's when that real thing happens. Thank you guys. Will school next fall be better for your daughter? Oh Lord, I don't think so. Not right now, ma'am. I don't know. With this tower here, it looks pretty turbulent. So I have to ask, with this on the board here, yeah, that's usually a really quick type, destructive type force. So I don't know if maybe she has a destructive idea about school, which makes her not want to try. Because I'm sitting here feeling this energy that she's distracted. Because I don't feel like there's anything wrong with her, like, as far as intelligence goes. I don't feel like there's nothing that she can't do, but I feel like something's just disturbing her. The teacher? Oh, man. That is just not right. Alright? That's just not right. Teachers... I'm gonna shut up now. Shut up now. A lot of teachers are getting fired right now, from what I hear, so... Yeah. Let's look at it, because it's a daughter. It's a daughter. I'm gonna stop here. Oh, thank you, Lady Jane. Thank you. Thank you for the heart. Alright. Let's look at this. Randa. Well, here's the thing. You have to let your daughter know, you know, that sometimes people are just mean because they don't like themselves, and it doesn't really have anything to do with her. And I'm getting the feeling that maybe your daughter might be just a little bit gifted. I mean, seriously. Seriously gifted. Because I got the 4 wands here. I got Judgment upside down, and I got the Fool. Now, when I see Judgment upside down, that means somebody's trying not to be seen as an asshole. They're trying to avoid some kind of karma to keep stability. And that's a terrific type ego card. Alright, so this teacher must have some kind of ego problem there. Because your daughter, she must be beautiful, intelligent, and have a lot of beautiful ideas that she feels like she needs to shut down. And these kind of things need to be encouraged. Yeah, see, she wants her to keep her light inside. Your daughter actually is intimidating to the teacher. Because she sees the possibility of this Queen of Pentacles in her. Something that that teacher will never be. If she doesn't straighten her shit up. So, encourage your daughter. And let her know that some people, even adults, can just be mean sometimes because they don't like themselves. Oh, you got a call? Oh, freaking awesome. Did I say you were going to? I don't remember, honey. Aw, awesome, awesome. Did that just happen? Dondi, I remember that. Will you get pregnant soon, Maddie? Yes. Just be strong and hang in there. Just be strong. Don't worry. You're meant to be a mama. You can feel it in your soul. You can feel it in your soul. Aw, thank you so much. You guys. Yeah. Well, you should. I'm telling you the truth. I feel it. When an adult is so intimidated by a child, and she's gonna get karma, okay? I don't think she's gonna be there long. So you just tell your daughter, hang in there, and you let her know she is beautiful, she is special, and she should. Well, what I tried to do with my daughter, because my daughter was kind of like that too. She was like straight A student. She was really smart, and then she had a problem with one of those, and she took it so personally. And I said, honey, listen to mama. Just listen to mama, okay? Any teacher that is mean to you, it's not about you. All right? They're an adult. They should be nice, and they should be like solid in who they are. But there's so many wounded adults out there, and she needs to know that, because in a way I feel sorry for people like that get intimidated by a child. It's like I actually got SWATs from my math teacher, and I didn't get to do recess in 4th grade for like 6 months because she and I had it out, and she kept calling me a cheater because I couldn't do math in my head. And I turned in my papers. You need to show your work. And I was like, why? Why do I need to show my work? It's right, so why do I need to show my work? I obviously know how to do it, so why do you need to see it? Are you dumb? So, anyway, she accused me of cheating. And I was like, okay, well, write some problems up on the board. I'll just sit here and watch it. She wouldn't do it. And I went running around with the school on that stupid policy. I need to see you know how to do it. Well, did I get the answer right? Yeah, well, obviously I know how to do it. Now you looked at somebody else's paper. Oh, really? Really? See, I just have a problem with people assuming that. Some people do, but I wasn't. But they don't want to see children as individuals, and they are. They're little individual people. And if a teacher can't handle a room full of individual people, then maybe there shouldn't be a teacher. Yes. Yes. So, maybe your little girl could teach that teacher something, and when she's mean to her, maybe she ought to flip that switch and try to see that that teacher is obviously in pain, and think about, how would she feel if she was intimidated by somebody younger than her? Yeah, it would feel pretty bad. Which most kids aren't intimidated by people younger than, but adults are for some reason. I just don't get that. I don't get that. Yes. And it's like this, okay? Here's another thing. Will you rekindle after 40 years? No. There's going to be the jocks, there's going to be the musicians, there's going to be the mathematicians, there's going to be the scientists, and each of them are going to be really great at some things, but not so much in the others. And that's natural. And teachers don't allow for that. They don't allow for that. Some people are meant to shine in some areas and not in others. He's going to want to rekindle, ma'am, with that Knight of Swords, but it's a Knight of Swords. So he's thinking it's a good idea. But I think before you jump into it, you ought to take your time and don't be in that big fire hurry. Okay, Lisa? Don't be in a big fire hurry. Just take it slow. Thank you, Randa Joe. Because sometimes you got to balance some things from the past, especially if it's from the past. But as far as the eclipse energy, some people who have a little bit of a self-worth issue, like is dealing with their shadow. A lot of people that is dealing with like their shadow that they are refusing to deal with. It during that like pre-eclipse energy and during the eclipse, it kind of kicked them in the butt a little bit and sent them into crazy mode. Oh, you're welcome, Randa. Just try and give her a different perspective about maybe the teacher's wounded. Maybe she don't feel too good. And, you know, kind of deflect it so she doesn't take it personally. Will Danny and I be in a relationship? But I don't think you ought to discount totally what the teacher's saying, though. You know, maybe try a little harder in that area. I don't know. I don't know what she was being mean about. All right, Danny. Yes. Yes, Jenny. Hello, guys, and welcome. Yes, I'm a hot mess today. I am. I'm freaking pooped. I was on the phone yesterday with... I hate electronics and I hate having to talk to customer service because it's like, does anybody have this problem with getting a hold of actually a live person these days? Will AJ and I get back together soon? Yes, with the 3 cups, and that's all about reunions. Oh my goodness. Yes, Elaine. Okay. But, I mean, is it like, oh, we have the lines open for new customers, but all the people that have been paying us and supporting us and giving us their loyalty, here for you. You know? Does anybody feel that way when it comes to customer service these days? It's like impossible. And I had like 4 things that I put on the back burner because I absolutely, and I might be manifesting it, I don't know. Clara, Mia, it's a no. Not right now, anyway. Somebody needs to get a new perspective with this hangman. So, and I'm going to say it again. Just, this is the energy as it stands today. Okay? If somebody changes their perspective on whatever it is they need a new perspective on, a bigger perspective, that will change too. Because it's a hangman. So somebody's dragging their heels. Somebody's stuck like Chuck. They need a different perspective. And I don't know if that's you or him, but usually it's them. Usually. But sometimes when I pull a card for somebody and I look at it and it has to do with me, it's like, oh gosh, okay, this is both of us. This is both of us. There's a little fear here we need to take off the table. Okay, what is it we're fearing? And usually when I see the hangman, it has to do with me. It's about communication. If somebody needs to get a different perspective, then somebody's not giving them one that works for them. And usually communication fixes that. But some people are not very good at communicating those feelings because they're afraid of them. Because they take them personally instead of being the signposts that they are, or the directionals. They're not supposed to be stop signs, okay? We're not supposed to feel our emotions or fear our emotions. We're supposed to feel them, and they're there for a reason. They're messengers. And they're all temporary. They all change. Doesn't mean that they're going to change for the worse or the better, but they all change eventually. And, you know, we've been told so much wrong about our emotions that it's really done a number on society as a whole. Because I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, my dad used to hate emotions. That's weak. You need to use your head, Alice Jean. Quit wearing your heart on the sleeve. You're gonna get taken advantage of. And yeah, I was. But emotions aren't weak. Because even though I was taken advantage of, from the time I was young, the pain from that I carried around for a long time, that little wounded child. And it was a subtle wounding. A lot of people don't even know that they're carrying it still. So if emotions are so weak, why does that wounded little child within you really fuck up your life for the rest of your life if you don't deal with it? I mean, it'll turn into a raging brat if you're not careful. And yeah, self-destructive. So our emotions aren't weak. They're just very misunderstood. And because they're very misunderstood, we don't know how to deal with them accurately. So we shove them down inside of us and let them... Hi, Lisa. And let them do devious things. And we need to quit doing that. We really need to learn how to deal with our emotions. Even love. Why is so many people afraid of love? Oh yeah, because they're afraid of getting hurt. Well, here's the thing about that, you guys. Pain is actually a byproduct of loving right. That's bravery, all right? Pain, you being in pain means you were brave enough to show up and bring it. What other people do with it, that's not about you, baby. But thank you for being brave. Thank you for being able to make yourself vulnerable. Thank you for being an example of what we all should be. No matter what somebody did with it, that's not on you, boo. Hi, Jonathan, you're blind. What's my outfit for today? I'm always in my house coat and a muscle shirt, basically. Hi, Darla. Welcome. So, we got to get a really good perspective on our emotions. Sweatpants. Or tights. You know, I move around a lot. I'm pretty active usually. Lately, I haven't been active because, well, for many reasons. But I'm generally a really active person. So I like to move, so I don't like a lot of things restricting. I do hard work. I bring it, baby. I can still work a 20-year-old into the ground. I can tell you a story. One time we went to Ace Hardware, and you know what peat moss is, right? The big 50-pound bags. Well, have you ever got a hold of something that were wet? Oh, I don't care. If you don't want to share ages, it's just a number. I'm 57. I'll tell anybody. I'm going to be 58 this July. But there were two men that came out and to load from Ace Hardware these 50-pound bags, and they were probably 75 pounds. Mariana, yes, you will. And these two guys came out and they were like, oh my God, you know, because they were wet and heavy, and it took them like 5 minutes to get two bags in, and I was like, oh my God. So I went out there and I threw one over my shoulder and threw it in the truck. And you should have seen those two men. They kind of went, and it's like, it's okay, you guys. I don't know if you can handle this. And boy, I'll tell you what, you never seen two men straighten their shit up and start moving those bags. I didn't have to move another bag after that. That's like, what are you guys doing? Come on. Quit being such wusses. But yeah, when you get a woman out there and working better than men do, it kind of does something to them. But there's so many people that have become like, I don't know, it's like they think they're going to fall apart if they actually do something. Do you know what I mean? Oh no, I didn't, Jonathan. Sorry. Do they get intimidated? Good, they need to. Because, I mean, come on. They're big, strong men, they have the muscles and everything. It's like, why? Do they not know that, you know, God didn't make any junk and we were created amazing and our body is like what we believe? And right now I've been going through a lot of stress because somebody is really, really trying to fuck up. Can you hear the jets, guys? That's our Air Force right there. Yeah. So when you get happy and balanced, the people who aren't happy and balanced just really, they don't like you. They don't. Because when you get happy and balanced, things move ahead for you. You gain things. Good things happen. And when good things start to happen, they will actively try to mess it up because they can't make good things happen in their own life. Most of them can't grab their ass with both hands. So what they try and do is like grab your ass instead. Because you got, you know, you worked for it. You got a butt there, baby. So they want your ass instead. Or they want to be your ass instead. And since they can't and don't know how to do it themselves, most of them can't even freaking straighten out their own lives, much less take over yours. Wouldn't last 5 fucking minutes. So they try and take it from you. And I'm going through that right now. So, but here's the thing, you know, this has happened to me 100 times, and each time, those people that do this shit, bad things happen to them, and Spirit just gives me back everything 10 times over. And they're like, oh, well, you get it back 10, what are you worried about? I'm worried about you, you fucking dumbass. Why are you out there acting like that? Why don't you go and realize your own potential and your own abilities? Yes, it does. And quit trying to steal somebody else's. Quit trying to connive and lie and manipulate. Quit trying to think you deserve something you don't. Quit trying to misuse your power because somebody was vulnerable and cared. Ooh, somebody out here is a high priestess. There's something coming they're not seeing. Somebody got some secrets. I'm a high priestess. Sometimes you gotta keep some things to your chest. And I'm not good at that. I fucking hate that. If I feel like I gotta keep something from somebody, they're not my right people. If I gotta hide shit, because I don't do hinky shit. I don't maneuver. I don't try and take anything. If I didn't earn it, it's not mine. So if I have to be secretive, if I feel like I have to be secretive, that's because that means I'm around a motherfucker. Because I don't hide nothing. So if I have to keep something quiet, it's because I'm around an untrustworthy bitch. True story. Because I'm an open book. 100% of the time. But if somebody makes me go there, I'm going to expose their asses. I promise you that. Everything that they've done, every dirty deed, And that's so they can't do it to good people like you. Everybody wants to sit down and shut up, and when you should be standing up and yelling from the last rafters. William, go fuck yourself. Goodbye. No, I'm not going to prove. I'm going to take him out of here. Bye-bye. You go take a nap. He's calling me Granny, and he looks like freaking... Will you ever meet your pen pal? Sophia. See you in a different country. I'm in Springfield. It says yes. Yes, but it's going to be a hard way to go. Sophia. Yeah, I'm a granny too. But I don't care. Nobody's going to come on here and disrespect me like that. Who the hell he think he is? If you don't like what I'm saying, he can go on. It's that easy. Why do people do that? Or those ones that come on Psychics Live and try to get people to talk to them. That's just like, that's saying, to me when somebody does that, I laugh at them. Because that's like saying, I'm not good enough to get my own people, so I'm going to come and try and fool people into thinking I'm actually a psychic. Will I be successful on May 7th? Okay. Let's talk about this. I'm not going to show you what it says, but you're in your head about this. And we are manifesting. We are manifesting mofos right now. So if you have a fear and you keep that in your head, no, you're not going to be successful on the 7th. But because that means you're worried about it. Okay, Shell, that means you're worried about it. All right, so for everything, there's something that's not happened yet, right? So in the realm of possibility, for everything that can go wrong, there's also the realm of possibility of things going right. Which wolf you gonna feed, baby? It's gonna be up to you whether you're successful on the 7th. Promise. I think you got this, sister. I think you got this, sister. I do. Yeah. What'd you say, Ruthie? What'd you say? I missed it. I love Ruth. Yeah, me too. And no matter what they do, I'll tell you guys, if you come in with a pure, honest, innocent heart into any situation, and somebody takes advantage of that, they misuse their power, they misuse their... Every tear you cry is going to be counted by Spirit. Every one of those tears are golden. Okay? Because it means that you showed up. You were brave enough to show up for all the right reasons. You came, you did what you said, you said what you did what you said. Okay, Jonathan, here's my opinion on food. Right now it's a messed up mess. You know, it's been messed with. And I don't bless food. I bless my body. I'm grateful for the food no matter what it is. And I bless my body and I tell my body this. Anything that I put in my mouth, you're going to turn it into whatever it needs. My body will turn whatever I put into my mouth into whatever it needs. I bless my body. I'm grateful for the food and I bless my body. Because right now, until we have control over our food, there's nothing we can do about that. But we can. This is our energy, right? We own it. We control it. Like me, I've been a smoker since I was 4 years old. But I've never taken on the mindset of being a smoker. I never took on the fear and the BS. And because I am a smoker though, I do deep breathing exercises on a regular basis. And I can still swim the length of a pool underwater without coming up. So, bless your body. It has made my throat a little scratchy though. Evan, remove flowers you left on your mom's grave? Okay. Your mom still got them, honey. No matter if they're gone or whatever anybody does with them, your mom still got them. Good morning, Michelle. You try to always eat tuna fish and egg salad sandwiches? Those are both good. I love those. But yeah, I bless my body and I tell my body, you know. Oh, was it your brother? Yeah. Yep. Oh, that was supposed to be a did, Evan. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Was he a little bit jealous of you, Deborah? Because I'm seeing this Queen of Cups here. Well, my brothers and sisters were like, I was the baby. Yeah, he's got a little issue there. What's my opinion on what? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? Sometimes that's a blessing, honey. Sometimes that's a blessing. Sometimes families reject you because you're a truth teller. On farting? Well, if you don't do it, you'll probably blow up. Will you get married this year, Michelle? Yeah, and look. It's the Three of Pentacles. And when I see the Three of Pentacles, I'm going to remind you, make sure you bring spirit into this relationship. Because that's co-creation with the universe. It is. Okay. So, you know, sometimes rejection is God's protection. You were meant to shine, and maybe that's just not the energy that you could thrive in. Yay, 20 seconds is good. And everything is up there. Here's the thing, Deborah, because a lot of times our family has this idea of us, and it's not always right. You know, they try to project their shit onto us and say, oh, you're just this, or you're just that, or you're just... You don't need that shit. Alright? Because 99% of the time, what this is a chance for you to go and rock you, baby. Literally. This is your chance to go and rock you, okay? You can go somewhere where they're not around and they can't tell you or other people around you who you are. So you have the chance just to be yourself. it's a blessing. I cut off my family. I'm like, because they did that same kind of shit. And they were all like druggies and felons. My family taught me everything I didn't want to be. Literally. I had crack hookers and rapists, and it's like, I don't want none of that shit. And then they try and pull me into it, and then when you don't pull into it, they gotta destroy you because you're a truth teller. And I was like, no. You want to sit there and say I'm this and I'm that, but that's what you are. It's literally, I know what you are. Or I know you are, but what am I? And that's what that is. That's what that energy is. When they project on you, it's like 2 years old. Deal with your freaking selves, people. Deal with yourselves, because I'm sick of dealing with you. I'm done. And no, that's not alcohol. This is ginger beer. It's awesome. It's spicy. I love it. It's soda. I'm not a drinker. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the gifts, you guys. I just love you. Mason, what's up? Thank you, Phoenix. Oh my goodness, you're so generous. Thank you, Sky. Mason, what's up? Yeah, I did. Actually, I have an agent now, guys. Yeah, I've got an agent, and he's like saying, well, you know, maybe we ought to look at when people. Uh-oh. Did you side with your best friend? Or did you not block that best friend? You didn't take sides. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what it was, but if your best friend disrespected her, that could be an issue. Because if you have a lady by your side, and I'm going to give you your masculinity back right here, because a lot of people can't take it, it's your job to protect her. Now, if the feminine by your side, okay, but if the feminine by your side is a little wounded, then you still need to stand by her and talk to her about it later. And then you tell your friend, you know, come on, guys. Come on, guys. You got this. I mean, this is your woman and your best friend for a reason. So is she jealous of the best friend? Is she intimidated by the best friend? Is she feeling like your best friend? I mean, do you get what I'm getting at here, Mason? You know this situation more than I do. But if that's your woman and you love her, your first and foremost should be to protect her first. Alright? And she may be a little fucked up. And if your best friend, is your best friend a man? Because if it ain't, I can tell you that's already the problem. If your best friend is a man, he should understand that. And just tell him, yeah, just give her space, sweetheart. Just give her space. Yeah. Sometimes that's hard for some girls to handle. And so I would say that probably your girlfriend has a little bit of a... God, I can't think today. Self-confidence issue. Do you have a bad person in your life, Sherry? Yes. But here's the thing, okay? You may have bad people come and go in your life, but you're amazing. Alright? That's the self-assured, confident manifester right there. So, what we see as bad people in our life are just wounded individuals that don't know how to fucking deal with themselves. It's sad, really. It's sad. Tell my kids to come home in 2 weeks? Yes. Yes. I understood what you said, Carol. Yes. Do I know what your purpose is? To be human and be the best human we can be. But, Cheryl, that's a bigger question than for this right here. So, what I would like you to do, if you have Instagram or Facebook, hit me up on either one of those. And no, I don't charge for readings. I do take donations. And you guys, donations would be great right now. I'm not gonna lie. Because like I said, I'm dealing with some really... somebody that is effectively tried to block me every time I turn around. To the point where I was homeless for 2 weeks not too long ago. Over bullshit and lies and manipulation. That should have never been there. Is this bad person meaning you harm? Like bodily harm, mental harm, just any harm? Because that's a wide... I don't know if they actually mean us harm. Well, I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's just... Well, here we go. No, they don't mean you harm. They're just locked up in a mental prison that they can't seem to get out of. And because they're locked up in that mental prison, anybody else that's free, they have this thing for, you know. Well, your son changed his life. No, there's something he's not. There's something he's regretting. Alright, there's something that's guilt, regret, whatever. There's something he's carrying around, Mama. So as soon as this changes, whatever it is, he's looking at those. There's some kind of loss here. Hi, roaming cowgirl. There's some kind of loss here that he's been dragging around. I don't know what it is, but he will change his life as long as he turns around and see those other 2 cups that are still full. See? He will. So right now, right now, I would say no, but eventually, yes. Will your missing son be found? Oh, sweetheart, I hope so. I got a maybe. So what does your gut say? Because whenever I see this, that's spirit telling me that somewhere inside you, you already know the answer. But I'm going to look again. Because when I see that, that means you have a gift. I mean, that's the only thing that means to me. Because you have a gift, you already know that answer. But yes, I think there's going to be some kind of information on this. Francesca, will Chris break no contract? Yes. He will. And will Colton be nice to you tonight? Yes. 3 years? Okay. Will I ever find love, romantic connection? Yes. Now, you asked if you'll ever find them. Be specific. Please. Okay? If you want to know something specific, be specific, because are you gifted as well? We're all gifted in a way, honey. Yes. And it has something to do with your family line, my dear. Will you get a job soon? Miss Unstoppable, of course you will. Look at your name, damn it. You're gonna manifest that shit. Will we recover his body? Yes. Will I ever find love? Yes. Because you're just marrying material there. Is my boyfriend cheating on me? I hate those questions. Okay, no. Nope. You're welcome, Miranda. You know, I never knew. My mom died when I was like 3 or 4. And, well, Victoria and I sit and talk at the end of this month. Says yes. I didn't really know my mom. And I was kind of weird when I was young. And I didn't know why. Welcome back, JR. I already answered this question, but I'll tell you again. Yes. Donnie Pack, can you tell me about the girl that disappeared at a truck stop in Calhoun? Was it your girl that disappeared, my dear? Because I feel like she was whisked off. Okay. Because there was like a 8 of Wands here, which is all about movement, and then... yeah, I think she kind of made like a hasty exit about love. Yeah. Most of your family is hush-hush. I was... and that's what I mean. After somebody's death, after my mom's death, it was like, it was really weird because I was a weird child to begin with. But then after Mom died, things really started happening. And then it really kicked it up when my sisters decided to have a seance, because I used to like not like the dark because I would feel things. I'd feel things, I would feel things. And then next thing I know, they had a seance and weird shit happened, and I started seeing things. And when I was 6 years old, you don't want to see that shit. Seriously, it was like, have you seen that movie, Sixth Sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's freaky. And I would scream, it was like, Dad, Dad! And I got my ass beat. I got my ass beat over and over and over again. Every single night. And finally, I just shut up. I just shut up, and I buried that so far down in me that to this day, I don't like to do mediumship work because I was so traumatized by it. So, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I'll do it. And most of the spirits are nice and they respect that. You know, they respect, but every once in a while one will cross because I can kind of keep them on the outside. Yeah. I can kind of keep them on the outside, but I know if one crosses in front of me that it needs to be addressed. Because my guides and angels, they respect me enough to know that unless it's important, it's kind of like, I would rather you guys talk to your own dead people. You know them better. Not being a smartass, but you know. Okay, I'm being a smartass. I can, Katie, but this is for yes or no today. If you guys want a full reading, hit me up on either Authentically Alice on Facebook or Alice Authentically on Instagram, or I don't know, here. Send me a PM if we're friends. You guys remember to follow, okay? Hey, we're at 10K likes. Should I do it? Should I do it, Roaming Cowgirl? Should we play the game? Usually at 10K, I put the cards down and I'll pick a number between 1 and 50, and whoever, like, picks the right number, I'll give a full reading to right now. Yeah, should we do that? Alright, wait until I write down the number, you guys. Y'all get excited on this. See, I knew that was going to happen, Jacqueline. Look at. Wait. You guys got to wait. And now, see, I can't use 33, but that's a good number. But I hardly ever use 33 anyway because it's so popular. So wait a minute, let me write it down. And I'm going to put the pen right here so you can see I haven't changed anything. Alright, go ahead. Shoot. 1 in 50, guys. Start guessing. No, not 41. Nope, not 27. Nope, not 28. Nope. Keep going. Oh, thank you for the roses. Thank you. I love you guys. 44, 45. Nope. No, Granny. Sorry. No. 13. I love that number, but no. Oh, that was close. Oh, there we go. We got it. Who is it? Mallory. Mallory got it. Number 3. Mallory wins a reading. Okay, Mallory, do me a favor. It's been it. Oh, you were so close, honey. Yeah. Do me a favor, Mallory. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Hold it for a second. And let it out. And just relax there for a minute and do that a couple times. Well, I go out and clear some energy so I can, like, fully connect here. And I will, like, be right back in 2 seconds while you're relaxing. And we'll get this show on the road. I'm excited. I'm excited. I do. I love giving readings. I swear it's the only time I really feel like I'm alive is when I'm connecting with you guys. Y'all are just so awesome. Alright. Now, as I was standing up there, Mallory, for some reason I'm feeling a little turmoil in my belly. Oh, you did? Well, you're going to get one, so. That happened the other day. Somebody was like, I need a reading. Well, hit me up, and then they got the right number, and she was blown away. And I felt like she was going to get it anyway. It was B, I think. It was Miss B. You will need to read it for more detail. Okay, no, I'm not going to read it. Don't feed the psychic. Don't feed the psychic, Mallory. I want you to know this is an authentic message from Spirit, okay? So if I ask you a question, please keep it to yes or no. Unless I ask you to elaborate on it. But feeding the psychic is like, you know, I want you to understand that Spirit is out there and it is bending over. We are so precious to that energy, you don't even know. You guys don't even know. If you saw yourself through Spirit's eyes, it would change your life in an instant. Okay? That's how important you are. So, what I want you to do is understand that this is an authentic experience between you and Spirit. Spirit loves you. It sees you. But I do feel that little turmoil right here in my belly for some reason. Let's see what that's about. Might be excitement. Could be fear or change. Something might be changing. Sometimes we feel like there's things we can't control. And control is an illusion, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say that, okay? Control is illusion. Usually spouted by fools, but required by the tyrannical. Remember that. Don't be a tyrant. Let it flow. And sometimes we're a tyrant to ourselves. Seriously. With that whole idea of control. One of the beauty things is to let go of control and let things become what they're meant to be. And that's usually when we get out of our own way and good things start happening. Because when we worry, we manifest that shit. When we believe, we manifest that shit. In other words, all the time, we're manifesting shit. Could be good shit, could be bad shit. Depends on where your mind is. Alright. There's a little confusion here. Ooh, somebody's stuck like Chuck. This may be spiritual. About a decision. About a reunion. Some kind of reunion. Some kind of get-together. It's upside down or something not coming together. 5 of Cups. There's some regret about something. Somebody feels like that they tend to make bad decisions. Maybe being afraid of co-creating with the wrong people because of past decisions. Somebody's trying to get a new perspective on a process. But the 5 of Cups is all about past experiences. And the only reason our past shows up now is because we bring it. And I'm going to tell you, you're working on changing something here in a big way. This feels like a partnership. Mallory, this feels like a partnership and not necessarily a traditional type. It could be business, it could be... I know, there's 2 kings here. And then the sun. And then somebody standing singularly in their truth. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this. Spirit's saying you draw that line in the sand and you make some boundaries in this situation. Because there's some There's some unhealed thoughts here. Or some past jealousy that maybe somebody was trying to keep somebody from shining at one time. Or they felt like they couldn't shine, or shouldn't shine, or was afraid of shining. Somebody was afraid of bringing their A game. They were not standing in their power. And there's some intimidation here. Because it's like somebody is bringing as little as possible to something. And I don't know if they're bringing as little as possible because they're afraid of overpowering something. Because wait a minute. Somebody's a wounded warrior, empath here. And then I got the high priest. And then I got the strength. I feel like somebody's not bringing their A game to the table. And they should be. With this Queen of Swords here. Hello from Texas again, guys. With this Queen of Swords here, that's my lady that's there, that's like, she's the one that she knows her worth. But she's fair. She's balanced. But it looks like somebody brought some shit to her table one time. She had to, like, off with the heads. Well, Marty Ann, if this is for you as well, that is a me too, okay? If it resonates with you, it's for you as well. So, just because I'm reading for one person, Spirit is so amazing that you may get a message that you need to hear too. Don't discount it because you think it's for somebody else. If it resonates with you, it's for you too. And basically what I'm seeing here, somebody is really talented. Somebody is... And see, I used to do this too. I used to hold myself back. Because I was trying to make others, like, help others understand their strength. But sometimes I saw strength in them that they weren't ready to embrace yet. Even though I saw their truth and I believed in it, there was something about it where they didn't believe in themselves. So I ended up with the short end of the stick, basically. And that felt like a bad decision. But then I learned a lesson about me. And that is, I should never dull my shine. Because you got to give somebody something to reach for. You got to be the example of what's possible. You guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, because everything's changing right now. Alright? Everything right now is changing. So we have to be brave. We do. We have to be brave. We may make mistakes. But there's really no mistakes, because everything happens for a reason. Whether it's for our learning process or somebody else's, because we are in a co-creation. Now, what we want to do is be a responsible co-creator, and that's like bringing the truth of what Spirit made us here so we can influence the world. And this is all about letting the world influence us. Alright, when we let the world define who we are, this kind of feeling of bad mistakes happens. This kind of feeling of regret. Because the truth is, there's some amazing energy here. And we have to be able to bring it. All right? That's when we create our world instead of our world creating us. So I think the big message is don't be afraid. You come fully packed. I mean, I've got the Three of Pentacles here. Believe in yourself. Don't be afraid. Be that strong, beautiful energy that you're meant to be, because you never know. You might be inspiring somebody instead of intimidating them. And if you're intimidating them, it's best that you get that shit over with, because you don't want to build with that person. You don't want to wait, a year into it and then figure out that this person isn't going to embrace their power and they're going to depend on yours for the rest of the time. That'll create a burden for you. You want to just go ahead. If they're going to be intimidated, let them be, because that means they're going to go away and you're going to find the right people to build with. Does that make sense, Mallory? So if you're trying to make a decision and it is like involving you not, I could literally, what I'm seeing here is somebody that literally wants to do the right thing for everybody involved. But sometimes the right thing is not going to be what you think it is. Sometimes the right thing is just you being what Spirit made you to be, and don't second guess it. And don't worry about mistakes. They happen. Or what we see as mistakes happen. It's not really a mistake. Okay? A lot of people say, why is this happening to me? No, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. And if it's not necessarily happening for you, it's happening for somebody else. All right? What we need to do is be responsible co-creators. And to be responsible co-creators, we got to understand who we are and what our gifts are. And we need to bring them to this world. We do. So stand in your power, Mama. Don't be stuck because of the other people involved. Don't dull yourself. This is a people pleaser type. This is a people pleaser type energy. Very good-hearted person that sometimes does themselves short. So don't be confused. Don't be stuck. And don't be afraid. Because some people out there, they need to have an example. And I feel like that you're meant to be a star for some reason. And your weakness, or what you're seeing as a weakness, is actually one of your biggest strengths. Part of your magic. Believe in it. Okay. Do you have any questions, Mallory? But that's the overall message from Spirit. Mainly family. Yeah, well, you need to quit doing that, Marty Ann. You wonder why? Well, because you let him. You let him. We do. I used to do that with my family, too. And they got demanding, and then when I didn't do what they wanted me to do... Yeah? Did I speak to you, my dear? And then when we don't do what we want them to do, or we don't do what they want us to do, they turn on us like rabid dogs because they're used to us being a people pleaser. So you need to start saying no now and let them just go have their little fit. You know what they're going to do. They ain't going to like it one bit. But you need to quit. Honey, you can't do yourself short trying to please people that don't appreciate it. Alright? You are worth so much more than that. You deserve to be reciprocated. You know, and if it's making you feel less than because of how they're acting, then stop it. Yeah. Or just talk to them and say, look, guys, you know, it's like this. I'm constantly doing things for you, and I'm constantly doing this, and I'm constantly doing that. And I'm just tired. Leave me alone. Go do it for yourself. You know? And they're going to hate it. But the ones that love you will understand that you can't fill their cup from an empty cup. You know, if you like do yourself out to where you have nothing left for yourself, you know, that's people eating you, you know, chewing you up and spitting you out and not even burping after a good meal. How wooed. So you got to realize that you're valuable, okay? You need to stand up for yourself. There's my Roman cowgirl. We were just talking about her earlier. As a matter of fact, that my Texas girl. Remember when I was talking about my Texas girl? There she is. You guys go follow her. If you guys want to know about Texas, there you go. She does this travel thing and tells you about like some of the things that are in Texas, because that's her place, man. That's her stomping ground. She can tell you what restaurants to eat at, and if you're going to Texas, and if you don't want to go to Texas or never thought about going to Texas, she'll make you want to go, because you'll see parts that you didn't think about. You did it for friends, and now I don't have friends. Yeah. And that's okay. Sometimes we're meant to clear out those kind of people to make room for the people that are going to appreciate you, that are going to love you, that are going to, like, match your efforts. All right? Not that we should expect it, but it's just going to happen. You just go work on you, boo, and bring the best, your A game to the table, as you were meant to do. And then pretty soon, your tribe will show up. Trust me. Don't worry about the ones who can't, won't, or whatever. Because what's going to happen is if they want along for your ride, they're going to straighten their ass up. And they're going to start seeing your value. But as long as you're giving that shit out for free, does that make sense, Marty Ann? All right. And don't be afraid of being alone, guys. Sometimes it's better, honestly. Sometimes it's better than being sucked dry. Because sometimes we just got to take that solitude with spirit and let spirit, like, sometimes we got to dump out that cup that people came in and was so happy to spit in and try and make us less than or feel less than. Sometimes we just got to dump that shit out. Yeah, they don't deserve your energy. If they make you feel less than, well, first thing you got to do is know that literally you don't have to do anything, but understand that the universe is within you. It's never going to go anywhere. Okay? It's the only thing that you came into this world with, and it's the only thing you're going to leave with, and it's the only thing that cannot leave you. So, what we need to do is clean up what we think about it and how we think about it. Because a lot of people say, why did Spirit turn its back on me? No, honey, that'll never happen. It can't happen. It's impossible. But what we do sometimes is misunderstand the truth of Spirit, and we ended up turning our back on it. Spirit actually has more faith in us than we'll ever have in ourselves. True story. Let me tell you a little story on how, and this is one of the things that bugs me about religion, because everybody says, you're not worthy, you're not worthy. That really bugs me. Because if I wasn't worthy, I wouldn't be here. Because when I was just a itty bitty baby, before I got here, Spirit took a little piece of it, a very precious piece of it, and it tucked it right inside that little body of mine. With all the love and tenderness and care and hope. Because it knew we were going to come here and we were going to forget. It knew our challenges. But it believes in us so much that it took a little piece of its heart and it put it right in us, judging us worthy before we even got here. So who the hell is anybody to say that you're not worthy? Don't ever think that. Yes. And a lot of people say, oh, I can't meditate. I can't meditate. That's because you're trying. What you need to realize is that you meditate a lot during your day. When you're listening to music and you're getting into that, and you're rocking and rolling and doing your thing. That's a form of meditation, Okay? When you're working on an art project and you're into it, when you're cleaning your house because you love it and it makes you happy and that's a form of meditation. Anything that you are solidly in, to where you're solidly in the moment, is a form of meditation. If you're a deep thinker and you're sitting and you're thinking deeply about something, yeah, you meditate. So people don't think meditation is hard, okay? People say, oh, I gotta clear my mind, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. That's all bullshit. Alright, it's taken us 2,000 years to understand this amazing thing. Alright, we're finally allowing it. It's like, we're finally to the point where we can use it in good ways instead of for destruction, and now we want to shut it up. There's only times that we want to shut it up. Alright, if we're out there trying to win, maybe we should shut it up. If we're out there trying to figure out how we can make it help everybody win, that's what opens up. True story. And that's what I try and do when I have a conundrum in my head. What kind of scenario can I come up with where everybody wins? Not to say that everybody is going to want you to do that, because you can think of that scenario and present it to people to where everybody wins, but some people just want it right now, and they don't want to put in any effort for that divine outcome. So if there's other people involved in whatever it is you're thinking about, those kind of people that just want to win, bring the boom, baby. Just bring that boom and don't be afraid of it. Okay? If they're not interested in the divine outcome where everybody wins and they got to win at all cost, hell no. Alright. David, are Becky and you going to reconcile? It says maybe. Somebody's wanting to move into calmer waters. So if we can create some calmer waters, I don't know what happened, David, but probably a little turbulence. Somebody's going, wait a minute. So maybe if we can get some balance and if we can get some balance in this situation, that would be a yes, because that's a soulmate there. That's a soulmate. That's what I was just talking about. You know, everybody wins. There's a divine outcome to be had here. Yeah, well. Huh. Hmm. Somebody's working off ego. Aww. Stand in your power, baby. Just stand in your power. No, that's not what I'm saying. I didn't see anybody else involved. Alright? What I saw was somebody wanting things to be so solid that they don't want to make a mistake. And there was a little fear involved in this that maybe caused a problem. Somebody was being a little slow, maybe. You know, one of those people that like to stick their toe in and then pull it out and then stick their toe in and pull it out and then stick their toe in. Because they're not quite sure if that water's fine or not. Not quite sure how deep it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm not that good of a swimmer. You know, there's some self-doubt here. And I don't know which end that's on. But sometimes that fear can be real turbulent. And so people will run from it even though it's a good thing. Will O contact you this morning? Yeah. Yes, O will contact you. Are you meant to be with William? Yes. I hit the nail on the head. Well, it's not about me, honey. Seriously, I am not that amazing. I am a simple high school student or a simple high school graduate, and I slept mostly through high school. I just am a mouthpiece. Does Craig want a relationship with you? Yes, he does. And you guys, I'm just going to say this out loud, okay? If you want a relationship with somebody, don't leave them guessing about it. Because if you wait, sit back too long, and put them in a state of flux, somebody can come in that knows what they want, and they're going to get it. Sometimes tomorrow's too late. Aw. We all are. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not about our reflection of who we are in the world. It's about what runs through us. And we all have eternity running through us. Nobody is any more or less than anyone else. Okay? So the awesome that you see in me, the only reason you recognize it is because it exists in you. If it didn't exist in you, you wouldn't be able to see it in me. So, you were together and you took a break in January. Now maybe you're working on things. There was a lot of pain. Somebody was really in their head about this. I feel like it was more than, yeah. I'm not getting the feeling that it was just a little break here. Yeah. And that might be you in this energy because it affected somebody quite a bit. But Spirit's saying take it slow with this Page of Pentacles. Take it slow. Yeah. I know, right? Look. That's some shiznit right there. That's the Sleepless Nights card. That's the river. Yeah, that's the River of Tears right there. That's somebody's self-confidence breaking. Do you see that tower? That's somebody falling down and go boom. But here's the deal, okay? Take it slow. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you for the follow. And if you like what I'm doing, you want to make a donation, those are appreciated. All the gifts are appreciated. Remember to share. Let's get out. Hey, we're at 17K, another 3,000 likes. And guess what? I'll pick another number. Somebody will get a free reading. Thank you, Roaming Cowgirl. You guys go follow Roaming Cowgirl, okay? I just love her. She's just awesome. She's very intuitive as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spirit. Oh, Janine, no, they're spirits, but you guys, anything that's fourth dimensional is a type of spirit. Whether they're shadows, angels, they're messengers. They're all messengers, all right? I had to get to where I wasn't afraid of them. Because I had to understand them. So, what I want to tell you, no matter what you're seeing, Janine, this is your plane of existence. You are the master of it. So, anything else that comes from a different dimension has to do what you say. But you got to stand in your power and know no matter what it is. I laugh at demons. I do. People say, oh, there's no such thing as demons. The fuck they ain't. I seen them. And nothing will send you screaming back to Jesus quicker than seeing one of those little ugly mofos. Ooh, let me tell you. Especially if you're in a spirit of fear. Okay? So, once you understand that everything out there is there for a divine purpose and is working in some kind of way for a divine, whether it's for you to understand your own power in the divine presence, you know, like I said, you're worthy. You guys, divine believes in us more than we do because it gave us a little piece of it, as precious as it is, and it sent it packing on our way so that we can bring and come and be a unique expression of that connection. Well, sometimes you're not meant to hear them. That happened, but things change though, alright? Once you start like not being, and you start being more relaxed, things will come in clearer. You know, I don't know how old you are, but back in the olden days, we had TVs where we had to turn this little thing, and sometimes if we turn this little knob, then it'd get all fuzzy, and then we'd have to turn it back, and we'd have to like tune it in, and yeah. So once we like know and understand and aren't so, but you know, when it first wouldn't come in right, we knew it was that was the channel I wanted, and we really want to watch this show, and you know, we were a little aggravated. So it it took us a minute to tune it in with that aggravation or fear that fear that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to see my favorite show, da da da. So see it this way. If they're not talking to you, or you feel like they're not, because if you see their lips moving or any of that and you're not hearing, chances are you got the clear audio or clear whatever. If there's a clear in the air, I don't really study them. If there's a clear in the air, I'm going to have it when I need it. So once you understand and you don't kind of stand in your own way, Janine, a lot of shit will open up for you because you are the master of this plane, okay? And once you understand that, you relax a little more, things will start kicking up a little more for you. Rosa, yes, she will. That's Leo energy. Ooh, that's strength. So, yep. The more you get used to it, the more you're comfortable with it, the more it's going to happen. Seriously, when I first started, I used to get so worn out because we had to do something called spiritual charades. That's what I called it, spiritual charades. Now I actually hear it when I need to. But seriously, this is my way that I deal with spirits. You motherfuckers better leave me alone unless it's really important. I want to hear it. I want to deal with it. I mean, yeah, there's a whole bunch of people out there trying to get in touch with you. All right, I did my part. Go find one of them. You know, that's the way I am. Unless it's something that I really need to address. And that's when my guides come in and give me what I call a psychic bitch slap. Sometimes we need to deliver those to other people, too. That little bitch slap. Not a bad thing. What I call a psychic bitch slap. Sometimes I'm the psychic bitch that brings them. Actually, what it should be called is those aha moments that propel you forward. Or, do you remember? Of course. Of course, Marty Ann. But do you remember the old movies where you had the hysterical women and she'd, and somebody come along and go, and she'd, and then all of a sudden come to her senses? That's kind of like what I see a psychic bitch slap as is, you know, put your feet back on the ground. You got this. But yeah, actually you already feel her, Marty Ann. Who are you kidding? I'm getting tingles down the back of you already feel her. But you doubt it. Alright, okay. I gotta say this. Sometimes when I'm going to sleep, I'll feel like a light, something on my bed, like a cat or a dog jumped on it, or sometimes I'll feel something over the sheet, like somebody's like doing this or doing this really lightly, and it's kind of like, wait, I feel like something's touching me, but nothing's there. Marty Ann, does that make sense? She's already there. Okay. Just trust it. When you feel those little weird things, just look around and say, thanks, sis. Thanks, sis. And then you'd be surprised how much more and often it will happen. It doesn't creep me out anymore. Why does the women always have a gift? Men have gift too. But I'll tell you why, because quantum physics scientists have proved that the divine energy is 5,000 times more conductive of the energy electromagnetic field of the heart, which women are naturally connected to that part of them already, because, you know, we're meant to be lovers and creators and all that shit. So we're naturally connected to our hearts, whereas men are naturally connected to their heads, because they're the goers, movers, shakers, and doers, while we're supposed to be the ones supporting the going, moving, shaking, and doing. But we're supposed to support it in a way that's a divine way. And we're also supposed to teach each other how to balance that part of us, alright? Because once we balance that part of us, it's unstoppable. But women are more prone to being that kind of connected because we're naturally in tune with our hearts, alright? But the heart is 5,000 more times conductive of that divine consciousness than the electromagnetic field that your head gives off. And that's why. That's why women are more prone to it. But see, here's the thing. When I talk about women and men, that was the first big separation that we had in consciousness, okay? Because the truth is, we're both. We have the energy of both. The masculine, we have the ability to think with our head, and we have the ability to use our heart, all right? Both of us. Now, the magic comes in the balance, all right? The balance between the left brain and the right brain, because one of them is all about emotion, the other side is all about doing. So, you know, when we balance that shit, you better watch out, because that person is a force to be reckoned with. You are going to be one, like, you're going to be bringing it. You're going to be changing this world. That's called hemisync. Alright? Balancing that head and heart energy. Oh, man. Oh, you got a dark night of the soul, Cake Monster. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, okay. So, let's first deal with... Yeah. We externalize pain. Now, people can make our life difficult. And they could actually try to put us in a state. And sometimes they get it done. But in the end, there's a little piece of us that has some doubt somewhere that allows that to happen. And sometimes it can be the tiniest piece of us. And that doubt's not really supposed to be there. And people will naturally feel that weakness. And like it or not, they'll use this to put us in that state. But we have to allow it. Yeah. And it sucks. But I'm going to say it again. If you are in some kind of pain, you need to give yourself kudos. You're a brave mofo. If you are in pain, it means that you showed up and made yourself vulnerable. Which is exactly what we're supposed to do. Alright? Be that example. Now, what other people do with it sometimes isn't about you at that point. But what this does is help you discover your vulnerability. And that vulnerability is usually a place that's actually one of our biggest strengths. What we see as a weakness, it comes from a fear within us. And once we face that weakness, alright, well, in co-creation, everybody has free will. But what I like to do, and you shouldn't try to control anybody else's story. But what I try to do when I'm trying to manifest something is I see it, I feel it like it's already happened, it's already mine, and I'm grateful for it in that moment, even though it's not there. And usually that supports the energy of helping that to happen. It's called faith. Or you can call it what you want. Magic, manifestation, it's all the same shit. Magic isn't about spells and candles and this and that. Magic is about understanding what you are. And what you're capable of. And believing in it. Yes. Trust in yourself too. Trust in yourself too, Cake Monster. Believe in what you deserve for the right reasons. Alright? Now, there's a lot of people out there that believe they deserve things they don't. Because they're wounded. You're welcome. But somewhere in you, if there's a pain that you're perceiving as a weakness, it's from a fear of using a superpower that you don't understand you have. So, what these dark nights of the soul does is it uncovers that superpower because you're stubbornly holding on to fear that needs to go. And once you live through that dark night of the soul, then it changes you. It does. Once you've been in that kind of pain, and that's when you realize how strong you really are. Because we can never really break. We might bend. Might get a little bent there. But we can never really break. Hi, miss. How are you, honey? You're welcome, Marty Ann. What did I do? Yes. Yes. Sometimes it's hard when it's like I said, some people work off of their fear. And if you're brave, and they aren't going to like it. Because they're not. I am. Well, fear has its purpose. It's a signpost, again. It's a signpost of a superpower that you see as a weakness. And it's not. Bring it. Face those fears. If I didn't face my fears, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you. True story. There's my girl. Everybody say hi to Miss Dynamite. And you guys don't forget to go get Roaming Cowgirl. Go follow her. She's amazing. Hi, Marilee. Hi, Heather. We're at 19.3. We got 0.7, and then I'm going to pick a number, and somebody gets free reading if you guess it. Full on free reading, not just yes or no. Okay. Oh, 19.4. Come on, tap the screen. Get those likes up. You guys don't... Not yet, Marilee. I haven't even picked the number yet. Now I can't use that one. Oh, I love you guys. I do. So, it's okay. Y'all get so excited. Yeah, I'll tell you when. Okay, when this hit up here, I'm seeing 19.9. Holy shit, somebody's really tapping that. Is great. Okay, I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to pick a number right now. Don't, when I say go, okay? It's going to be between 1 and 50. God, I don't know what to pick then. Okay. Got it. There's my pen. Go. Oh my God. No way, Randa. Randa, first one out. Oh my God. That was quick. Hold on. Now, we just talked about you and your gifts, didn't we? Were you thinking about that number before I wrote it down? This is important. This is important. Were you thinking about that number before you wrote it down? Before I wrote it down? Yes? You were thinking about that number? You projected it. You projected it. Okay, that was the very first number I saw. Here's one thing about empaths that you have got to remember, okay? If you're a sponge, you're also a projector. Everybody that's an empath says, I don't want to go out because I feel all this icky energy. And it's like, you wuss. Okay, so you go in there, you feel that icky energy, but you don't understand that you have the ability to go in there and change it. If you can feel it, you can bring the balance. Yeah. All right, Randa, Bo Panda. Shit, this is gonna be layered, isn't it? Okay, when I talk about layered readings, anybody that has hidden gifts that they don't know about, even though I may lay down 5 cards, there's going to be 15 different interpretations of that card, and they may all fit. So, Randa, do me a favor, take a couple deep breaths in through your mouth, or in through your nose. Hold it for just a second, and then out through your mouth and just sit back until you feel like the tension going out of your neck. All right, and just open up to spirit right now. Because you projected that and I picked it up that quick for a reason. So, spirits may be giving you that psychic bitch slap. That aha moment. Woo! Wow, that was quick. Holy shit. I mean, that surprised me. And that's hard to do, because when it comes to weird, I'm about one of the weirdest. I'm the weird of the weirdos. Oh. Woohoo! You've always felt a little bit off, haven't ya, Miss Randa? A little different. So that might be why your daughter... It was your daughter that's amazing, right? Yeah, that might be what that teacher is feeling. Because if that runs in your family, girlfriend, People could be, I always say, you know, I could just be in the store buying blueberries, minding my own business, and because of my energy, somebody is going to come in and try and fuck up my day. Seriously. Don't have to do anything. They just feel that energy and are instantly intimidated. Ooh, there's some changes coming. There's some things you're holding back on. There's some things you hold back on. I'm getting the feeling that you don't like conflict at all. Or maybe you do, but you still hold back on it because if you didn't hold back on it, you'd be like beating somebody's ass. I don't know. With this Queen of Swords here. It's either you hold back on it and you need to bring it, or... Yeah, but there needs to be a change here with some things. Because sometimes, okay, if you're patient and you hold it back, then you probably explode when you've had enough, right? So there needs to be a change here a little bit about standing in your power. Oh, shit. Okay. Aww. You're afraid people will reject you if you do that. You just want to be happy and secure and stable. And you're afraid if you actually bring what you have to the table and not hold it back, that you'd be rejected. Or maybe sometimes you want to bring it, you're afraid of doing something you'd regret. But you really need to get a new idea on your energy here. Because with this Queen of Wands, she's like, always second guess. Yeah, with this Queen of Wands, she kind of stands in her power. She's like a boss woman. She's one of those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energies just in herself. And she's one of the few queens that I see as, in a way, everybody says, oh, this is Leo energy. It's like, you gotta have every hair in place. You gotta have da-da-da. But if you look at her, and see, I don't see this in the Queen of Wands. If you look at the Queen of Swords, all right, you see how she's got the flowers, she's got the foo-foo this, and she's got the foo-foo that, she's got the cape, she's got the jewelry, she's got everything. The beautiful throne, everything ornate. But this Queen of Wands, she's just kind of relaxed, hanging out. No big-ass cape, no big bouquet of flowers. Her throne is beautiful, but, you know, her wand isn't like anything really spectacular, but it's natural. She's very natural. And that's just the way she is. Hello, lovely Libra. She doesn't have to be that pomp and circumstance. She doesn't have to have, like, the biggest crown or the... She's just beautiful naturally. And because she understands this, she stands in that. She stands in that. And there's a lot of people that are drawn to that. And sometimes I feel like that if you stand in that, you feel like it's going to make you an outcast. And you might regret it. But I'm just going to tell you, you got a valuable message. You do. And discernment. With these two queens here, as I go on, I'm probably going to get at least one more queen, if not the Empress herself. But you battle with yourself because sometimes you passionately want to say something because instinctively you know that it might help, but you hold it back. Because you know it might hurt too, but you know sometimes that hurt does help. Well, thank you for the follow, Psychic Clairvoyant. You observe a lot. You kind of sit back and observe. Ashley, hit me up at Authentically Alice. Do you have Facebook? You don't need money, honey. If you need a message from Spirit, I'm going to bring it. You know, who am I to ask you for what belongs to you? Okay, hit me up on Authentically Alice, and I'll give you a reading, a full reading. I'm doing this right now because we play a game every 10,000 likes. Hey, we're at 22.2 now. Isn't that funny? So you guess a number, and if it's the right number, you get a reading, a full reading. Otherwise, it's free yes or no. And you can ask all the yes or no questions you want, just one at a time, please. And we got the Queen of Cups. What I tell you, you got Empress energy, bitch. I'm telling you, you got Empress energy, and you're holding it back. Stop it. We need it. This world needs you. But it's good that you sit back and watch. You pay attention. But with this big sword of truth here, Randa Joe, you got something inside you that it's a gift. Oh gosh, here we go. It's a gift. And you see this guy looking over here at these 3 cups, and here this beautiful blonde bombshell is the freaking holding a gift. Yeah. All you got to do is look over there and say, "Ooh, baby, look at that." But he's so busy looking at those cups that, according to the normal, like, interpretation of this card, he's kind of missing that gift. He's like not seeing it. But when I see this card, I see that kid, even, you know, he's sitting like this, which tends to be a closed off type energy. But on the traditional, it's a man sitting there in quiet contemplation. And the way that I see this card is what we should be doing is taking in the whole field. Alright? You see that one full cup, and you see those 3 empty cups of whatever, past whatever. And what I like to think of is, you know, those empty cups of broken heart. I think he's trying to figure out how to fill all three of those cups from that one cup. Talk about giving too much. But if you embrace and see that that's the true gift of spirit, is that cup and what's in it, that cup is never ending. You'll be able to fill all three of those cups and more. Okay? Case in point, how many readings have I done today? Yeah, you'll be able to fill all three of those cups and more. Does that make sense? And then we have the high priest here. I ain't playing. Probably. And then we got a divine soulmate here. We got a divine couple on the board. We got either that or Spirit's telling you that you need to like balance your masculine and feminine energy, because I think sometimes maybe we were just talking about that hemi-sync. I think sometimes you wear your heart on your sleeve and end up with a short end of the stick sometimes, because you aren't using this King of Cups energy, which tends to protect that heart space. Which I think sometimes your passions have gotten you. I don't know. I'm not seeing the Six of Cups yet. Hang on. Yeah, Spirit says you need to move. Oh my freaking God. Either that or you're afraid to, like, bring too much of your heart. One or the other. Because I'm not seeing the Knight of Cups. Maybe you're sitting too much in your masculine energy. And Spirit's asking you to bring a little bit of the truth of the feminine, which is also that psychic empath part, because we just talked about why women are more conductive of that spiritual energy. But it's time for you to come out of the cold, mama. You got some amazing energy here. It's the kind of energy and, like, wisdom that the world needs. And you need to start trusting yourself. What don't you see coming? What's the big secret? What did I say? You got to run with those ideas and those passions for victory. So you already had this idea about what and who you are, and Spirit's giving you a green light. So, I really don't see any page energy here. So I can't say do it for your children, but I'm feeling something about that. And maybe it's because of the story with your daughter, but giving her an example. Alright. Yep. Spirit saying it's time to change, sweetheart. Okay? It's time to bring the tower on those fears. It's time to walk in faith. Build with Spirit. Co-create with the universe. Walk away. Change. That's when your wishes come in. Yeah. Well, Co-create with the universe. Believe in yourself. Believe in what Spirit made you to be. Walk away from doubt. That is like keeping you from changing. You got this, Mama. That's amazing energy. I cannot believe you got that right off the bat. It was like, boom! Damn, that wasn't even like a game. It's over. You know? Done. Yeah. You guys gotta believe in yourself, okay? Spirit made you to be amazing. You are amazing. Some of the most amazing things that have ever been created. Awesome. Just believe in yourself. Alright, guys, it's 1:10. I have been here since, what, 10 a.m.? Have I been here since 10 a.m.? Oh, my freaking God. That was 4 hours. Doesn't even feel like it. Well, Josh and you have a future. Okay, I'm closing down here pretty quick. Yes, you will. I gotta take a break, but I'll be back later. Okay? Will Tyler come back? Yes. But you make sure you have boundaries, okay? Will you meet the person you will marry this year? Maybe. That means you already know, Alyssa. You already have a feeling. Alright, you guys. I'll probably be back this evening, so I have really enjoyed meeting you all. Remember to give it a follow. Turn on that notification bell. Tell your friends. And let's chat. I love you guys. Remember, it's never too late to do the right thing all the time, every time. And don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, and don't make a victim of the innocent, even if that innocence is within you. Okay? Innocence is the truth of that divine magic. I love you guys. Be strong. You're amazing. I'll talk to you later. Break time. Maybe.